Hi everybody, my name is Andrea of Makadrez.com. Today I am sitting here with Keisha Hickson. Keisha Hickson is the owner of a kids hair salon in Brooklyn, two kids hair salon in Brooklyn. Name, please say it for me because I never get this name correct.
Shining Star Kids Salon.
Shining Star Kids Salon.
Which is located...
It's located
in Brooklyn. We have two locations.
Yes, one in Flatbush.
And one in Bed-Stuy.
Yes, the new Bed-Stuy.
The new Bed-Stuy. Yes.
How are you today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for taking your time out your busy schedule to meet with me.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
So let us know what's been going on with you.
As far as the salon?
The business, yourself, because you have a lot in the works right now. In the works and going on right now.
Right. So I think we should take a little step back. Andrea and I met earlier this year.
Yes, we did.
At the Flatbush location. It was probably about January, February when we just opened.
Yes. Yes.
She happened to be walking by and she came in and we had a little brief conversation and we became friends.
Yes.
And she's actually been following me along this journey up until this point.
Yes. Yes.
So in the past year, Andrea,
like I said, you have grown tremendously within the past year.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Yes. I'll have a little saying that I always say, God takes care of babies and fools. Mm-hmm. And we all know I'm not a baby, but it's been a tremendous year, I have to say. Mm-hmm. And, you know, with the grace of God, my friends, my family, people that I've met like yourself along the way have all played a part of where I am today and the future of Shining Star Kids Salon. So over the past year, I did open up Flatbush December 20th of 2017. Mm-hmm. And it was really, really good. The community definitely welcomed us. The staff that I have, we do a good job working with the community and kids. It really took off. It definitely took off. In August, an opportunity came up and I opened up the second Shining Star Kids Salon in Bed-Stuy. It was definitely very ambitious of me to decide to open up a second store, you know, after 6 months.
Right.
But I felt like if I was going to do it, I'm just going to do it, right? It was an opportunity. The commercial space was in good shape, but I decided just to go for it. This particular area has nothing like it, so I decided to open up the second, Bed-Stuy, which is location number 2. In the mix of working on the locations, I've been writing a kids book as well. That is scheduled to launch December 15th.
Nice.
Which, you know, in time for Christmas. So it's definitely a lot going on in the works. There's always a way of trying to keep the brand going and expand the brand.
Yeah, because every time I speak to you, it just seems like a whole array of ideas you're just throwing.
It's definitely a lot of ideas, right?
Yeah.
It's a lot of ideas of where I would like to see Shining Star Kids Salon be in the future. But I think we have set a good foundation as far as the brand, naming it, the things that we do within the community, where I would like to see it go. So I'm grateful. I'm excited. It is a lot of work though.
But why a kids hair salon? Why are you just saying open a regular hair salon that's open to everybody?
I have a daughter of my own. Right? That's number one. And I think the kids market is a way for me to connect with other children because I have a daughter, like I said. So everything I do was really around her and her needs and how I can become involved with the youth and involved in the community and actually make somewhat of a little impact, right? So, you know, many people ask me about the logo. You know, some people feel like it doesn't really go with a hair salon. You know, everybody talks about the logo. Many people love it, and sometimes I have to explain it why it goes, for me, with the hair salon, right? So actually, I'm wearing the apparel as well because we have a t-shirt line also attached to the salon, which is another part of it. So the logo for me speaks to, yes, we are a hair salon, but we're trying to instill self-confidence, self-awareness, self-esteem in our young kids, especially our girls and our little boys that come. And that's how I chose to go with a logo like this. You know what I mean? So when they come to the salon, they're like surrounded with different affirmations, that speaks to nurturing their inside, and then they leave being beautiful on the outside and on the inside as well. So that's
about beautiful. The thing about what makes Shining Star Kids Hair Salon different from all other kids hair salon that I've been to is because the aspect of the little photo shoot,
right,
like you give the children after they're done with their hair. It's like if you go on their Instagram, you're gonna see pictures and pictures of kids just looking glamorous in their best life, just feeling good, you can say.
And they do. When they jump off the stylist chair, they're ready for their picture. Like they do a little 3-second, 5-second little photo shoot. I take pictures, I post most of the pictures, or I send it to the parent, and sometimes I send it to the child. And they really look forward to it.
Nice.
They really look forward to it.
So as a full-time mother and a business owner of several locations now, I'm gonna say several because I'm pretty sure before spring you're gonna open up your third location.
Don't say it. I can't. Don't say it. Don't.
How do you balance it though?
It's extremely difficult, right? You know, we always talk about work-life balance. It's hard, but one, this is a passion of mine the same way my primary job is a passion of mine, right? And of course, I have a daughter as well. I really couldn't do it without the help of my family, right? Who helps pick her up from school, watch her on the weekends, and things like that. It's definitely a village effort. Everybody is doing their part as far as helping me, whether it's just picking up my dry cleaning, cooking for me, because they see how hard I'm working towards, you know, the overall branding of Shining Star Kids Salon. So that I'm extremely grateful for.
So what is the goal of the salon? What do you want? Because you keep opening these salons. Now you have a book. So the Shining Star Kids brand, what is the goal of the brand?
I mean, the ultimate goal for me is to franchise the brand, to be honest with you. Are more locations coming? I'm going to say yes, right? It's not coming no time soon though. So, but the ultimate goal for me is to franchise the brand, right? And the book series to kind of take off. So the first book is called I'm Fearless. Yes. Right? It is about a little girl who has a dance recital, and she's nervous because, you know, her fellow peers are telling her she can't dance, she has noodle legs, and she's not feeling as confident as she can about her recital. Her mom brings her to Shining Star Kids Salon to get her hair done for the recital, and the child and the stylist have a conversation and about what it means to be fearless and about confidence, how it's from the inside. And of course she performs and she does a great job. So this, like I said, is the first book of the I Am series.
So if anybody wants to purchase the book, where can they purchase it?
Well, the book will be able to be purchased by December 15th. This is the edit copy. You'll be able to purchase it on Lulu and on Amazon.
Google and Amazon.
Lulu and Amazon.
Lulu.
Lulu, L-U-L-U.
It'll be below. Everybody below the link.
Below. So the goal is one, to create a whole book series, right? And the next book is kind of in the works. It's called I'm Bold. And that's actually the main character is a little boy. Because there's not a lot of children's books where the main character is a little boy.
There isn't. I agree.
So the next book, and that's currently being written, and, you know, just researching the direction that we want to go with that particular book. But it's really to, one, franchise the brand, make Shining Star Kids Salon an overall brand, right? The t-shirt line, I have a couple of pieces that I've been selling in the stores, is actually going to go on sale through our website, online sales, right? And that's Shining Star Kids Apparel. That's coming. I would like to do my own shampoo and conditioner.
Oh, beautiful.
Affiliated with the store. Shining Star Kids shampoo and conditioner. Start off with maybe a shampoo and a conditioner and oil. That's in the works. I'm testing the different recipes. So that's my overall goal, really, is to franchise the brand.
So what have been the biggest challenges you have faced as a business owner in this journey? Because I know within this past year, you must have been through a lot.
I've been through a lot, definitely, right? So the biggest challenge is I never have enough time to do everything that I would love to do, right? And, you know,
that is a huge challenge, always.
And also being a small business owner, you know, all these projects is being financed through myself, or even these stores are covering themselves, so to speak, right? So that's a challenge. Time management. enough time to execute all my ideas. And also all these ideas, how to execute it. Remember, this is not my primary business. I didn't go to school to own my own franchise. Even though my primary job I run was called maybe a retail storefront, you can call it. But I'm in the financial industry, right? So that part I kind of understand. But a lot of things that I do is kind of like, it's an idea in my head, now I have to execute it. Like, how do I launch my own t-shirt line? How do I self-publish a book? Like, I just go for it. Like, I figure it out. And many people have come throughout my path that actually has helped me without me even knowing that seed was already being planted. Right? So I know recently that I was featured in the magazine, LV magazine.
Yes, congratulations on that.
And thank you.
It was a really good article, by the way.
Thank you. And the reason why I bring that up, because the editor-in-chief of LV magazine, her and I became like friends and business partners, and that's who also published the book for me under LV magazine.
Really?
Yeah. So it's like, God will almost plant the seed for you and you don't even know that you need it. It's coming. It's coming. So those relationships I'm very grateful for. The way you and I met, and we always kept in contact. And you always be able to give me advice when it comes to like media, Andrea, I want to do this. What do you think? Like, the mom series, the podcast I'm going to launch in January. I reached out to you to ask you, how do I go about doing that? Because you understand film and media and things of that nature. So those relationships I'm really, really grateful for, because it's actually helping me learn and how to execute all these ideas for the Shining Star brand.
Right.
So that's pretty much it. It's definitely challenging. But it's fun along the way.
I kind of want to touch base on this year you have been through as far as health reasons. You could tell us a little bit more about that. How exactly are you managing everything? Because usually when people go through something like that, they usually say, don't do much. You're supposed to rest.
Right. So,
and you have not rested at all. You just kept going. Like, if you don't know, you would never know.
You don't know.
So how do you manage it? Like, especially with your day-to-day and dealing with your health?
Well, it's definitely a challenge and a blessing all at once, I can say. So in 2016, I was diagnosed with a rare blood cancer called multiple myeloma, which I didn't have a clue what that was, or I didn't even have any symptoms at the time. I just happened to find out by accident. And when it happened, it was January, it was the beginning of the year. And I remember thinking to myself, like, this can't be real. Like, after I did some research on it, because you become a doctor immediately. When something like that happens, you're on WebMD, you're Googling, you're looking for support groups to really understand what this is. Because it's not something that I've ever heard of, right? It's not like breast cancer or things that's commonly known, right? So after doing research of what it is a cancer of the plasma cells, which is in the bone marrow, and it could affect your bones, right? And that's how I kind of found out. I had like a little slight injury, and the bone got like damaged a little bit. And through the MRI process, they realized this is what I have. And I remember thinking to myself, like, when you read statistically the life expectancy for that disease and different things that could happen, I remember thinking to myself, oh, that's definitely not going to be me at all, Like, I'm just gonna keep going. And I'm very thankful because the disease definitely has different stages. It could be aggressive, less aggressive, depending on the type of myeloma that you have. Just so happened that mine happens to be less aggressive, and I responded well to deal with the initial treatment, what they call induction treatment.
Okay.
So it was not a breeze by no means, and I'm not trying to downplay it, right? It's definitely difficult going to the doctor twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week. I have
Still till now?
No, now I go once a month, but this particular disease has to be managed. So I'm always under some type of care, taking some type of drug to keep it suppressed. So that part is not easy. I just choose to don't fold. Like, it's a part of my life now, and I have to work through it. So it's not easy by no means, but it definitely ignited something in me, like, what will be my legacy if something was to happen? And I think that it was a kind of like a wake-up call for me. Yes, being diagnosed with cancer was one thing, but the truth of the matter is anything can happen to any one of us at any time. How would you want to be remembered, right? And I have a young child, as you know, so like, how would she remember her mother, my friends? Like, what did I really do to make an impact? So that was kind of like me saying, like, Keisha, don't fold, and the whole name of the first book, I'm Fearless, because it's the first time that I was ever really challenged with something like this is serious. You know, you gotta kind of take this head on. There's no playing around with this.
Right, of course.
So, and I call this living like the second half of my life, like living the next half of my life.
So you feel like you're living your best life now?
I mean, not to sound, as they say, not to, you know, quote a song or whatever, but honestly, that's really how I'm living right now.
Amazing.
Living my best life, whether it's traveling, starting my own business, talking to a friend, like how do you make every moment really count and don't fold? Things happen every day, and that's probably not the last challenge in my lifetime I'm gonna have to face. Being diagnosed with this, even though it's very serious, but it just kind of ignited something in me. And yes, I work very hard, and people do think you should rest, and I probably should rest a little bit more, but I have it in me, so why not just do it?
I like the fact that you stress in your response just now that I'm not going to fold, and you want to leave a legacy, and you're working hard to make that happen, because most people, when they go through something like that, it's like everything's over. And you're just making sure that no matter what, I'm going through this, and I'm still going through this, and I'm not going to let this determine what happens.
The question you had for me earlier was about, you know, my challenges. My challenge right now is to find a solid team in place to handle every aspect of the brand. Right? That's
when you say solid team, like what exactly specific are you looking for? Because somebody may be out there and say that I do that, I can offer that service. So what exactly are you looking for?
As you break down Shining Star Kids Salon, I guess at some point by the end of this year, I have to kind of like separate each entity: the salon, the book, the product, the social media active part of it, and also Shining Star Cares, which is the non-for-profit piece.
Right. I was going to say, we never covered that, the non-profit side of it.
Right. So there's a non-profit side of it too. It's called Shining Star Cares Inc. Somebody solely just to run that and handle the projects.
But what is the non-profit about?
The non-profit about, I haven't solidified. Definitely going to be something with kids and mothers and the community. Right. So as it is right now, there's times where I will offer free hairstyles to underprivileged kids, you know, for April, you know, I did the whole autism awareness.
Right, yes.
Autism awareness fundraiser. And that's coming back around again, because before you know it's going to be April, and I'm going to do another autism awareness fundraiser again with the shirts, and maybe add another layer onto it. I'm not quite sure. But I need also a team in place just to handle Shining Star Cares Inc. Right, which is very dear to my heart, to give back to the community. That's important to me. You know, not all of us as fortunate as everyone. It could be a kind word. A child has to go to graduation. The parents can't afford to get their hair done. I do offer, you know, you can come get your hair done for free. I do stuff like that throughout the year. How do I make that bigger? How do I make that bigger, right? So I think, you know, under Shining Star Cares, I definitely would like to develop a product where kids could come and develop and see the project all the way through, and hopefully sell the merchandise. So like I mentioned to you, that I have Shining Star Cares apparel. I can have them design their own shirt, sell it, you know, teach them the process all the way through, how to become more self-sufficient. Entrepreneurship, how do you see a project from infancy to inception to actually you sell it. So there's many things that I want to do throughout Shining Star Cares Inc. But I have to find somebody to run that too, because that's the problem, is how do I divide my time, right?
That's amazing. I like the aspect of you're showing kids entrepreneurship, because most kids, especially we know in communities of color, do not have that opportunity. Like, perfect example, the lemonade stands, when you watch TV, you see little children have. And let me get that correct. I'm not going to say most kids, because not everybody is in that situation. But you don't see that commonly walking around in certain communities.
But you know, the funny thing is, you know, my dad, he's deceased now, owned his own business. And when I was about 16, he was trying to teach me entrepreneurship. And he was like, Keisha, I'm going to buy you some books. You can sell them on Flatbush. And I was like, I'm not selling any books on Flatbush. But what he was trying to instill in me at that point was start to learn to work for yourself.
Right.
But I just didn't catch that back then. So I think it's important. I think it's important to teach people how to be an entrepreneur. And I think even outside of being an entrepreneur, how to become productive citizens. Like, find your niche.
That's
Not
amazing,
everybody is meant to be in corporate America. What do you really want to do? Because you really have to work.
Yeah.
Right?
You have to find something.
You have to find something to do.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lot of hard work to take care of yourself, your family. And I know that some kids, they have different stories and different backgrounds, but I think that's something that the youth is kind of missing a little bit.
So within this past year, because we're gonna hit your year market anniversary next month. All this that you have done, the book, 2 stores, nonprofit, everything within 1 year time span, only less than a year actually, less than 1 year. How would you say you've grown as an individual and as a businesswoman from the Keisha that was, I'm opening this salon in December 2017 to the Keisha now?
How have I grown? I definitely found more strength in myself that I knew that I had.
Amazing.
Right? So that's on a spiritual aspect. Personally, I definitely found strength that I didn't know that I had before.
Okay.
Like, the ability to keep going, because things happen every day. People calling sick, the stylist, the project is not going the way you want it to go, the end result is not what you want it to be. How do you keep moving and not get discouraged? Right? So personally, I have definitely grown, and I'm grateful for all the experiences, whether it was good or bad. Over the past year, I've definitely met quite a few entrepreneurs that we talk almost daily, or either every other day, where we're trading ideas. Me helping them with their business, them helping me with my business, and it's just trading ideas. Keisha, look at it from this vantage point. This is how I can help you. This is how I'm going to help you. So I'm grateful for those relationships. Shining Star Kids Salon, my parents, my kids, is almost like a community to me. I look forward to seeing them, speaking with them, and that's how I also came up with the idea to do Shining Star Moms, like a podcast that I'm going to work on in January, where moms can kind of come together and share their ideas and trade resources, because we all go through the same things, work, home life balance. Sometimes it's dealing with a child with special needs. How do you finagle through that with the Board of Education and things of that nature? So that part is extremely successful for me. Right. The feedback that I get from the parents about how their kids feel while they're in the salon. Right. That's always a great feeling.
I like that. Because from what I see, that you offer a lot to the children. Like during the holidays, you do special things just for the children alone. You do random events for the children. When you opened this, you had a full-blown block party.
I did.
In the Bed-Stuy location alone, just for the children, with a bounce house and everything.
I did. And last year you came to the Easter event. We had egg painting, Easter egg painting for the kids.
Yes.
So I do incorporate a lot of activities for the kids. Like I said to you before, you can't take your customers for granted, and I enjoy being with them.
Do you only cater to children, or is there a certain age? Because sometimes I see hair salons and be like, I want to do that. They don't do that though.
No, typically we only really cater to kids, right? Kids to maybe 17, 18. Okay. Especially if the child's been with me for a few years, they're going away to college, it's fine. We'll make an appointment for them or whatever the case may be. But that's why I think that somebody asked me, why didn't I do a mommy and me spa where parents and kids could kind of commingle? There are definitely some conversations in a regular salon that I don't think kids should be privy to.
I agree. Yeah.
Right? So this is a place where they can come and kind of be themselves. We let them do musically. They're doing their whole Snapchat, and they're actually themselves.
Okay.
Right? I don't be like, oh, don't touch this, don't do that. This is their place to come. Right. The parents also develop their own friendship in the salon, and some of them are friends now even outside of the salon.
Nice.
So when they come here, they start to catch up about work and whatever relationships. You hear them talking, and that's another reason how I came up with the idea about the podcast. Because one day in Flatbush location, the parents were talking about infertility, having difficulty having kids, and 2 out of 4 of them had an issue where they had to go through in vitro, and their kids were at the salon that day.
Wow. So
to hear them talk about their challenges, I was like, oh, that's really dope to kind of bring women together that they can actually share resources and relate to each other.
Nice.
And it wasn't like a judgment type of thing. They were just freely sharing information with each other.
I feel like we could go on with that forever, because that's a top, especially those topics that you're saying. They're intense. They're very like heart shaking when you hear about it,
Yeah.
because as a woman, we know certain things that you're open to talk about, but certain things kind of like, I don't want no one judging me when I talk about
Right.
this.
And I mean, I can say for the most part, this is a non-judgmental type of salon.
Right. Well, Keisha, thank you for taking your
Thank
time
you.
out of your busy schedule to meet with me.
I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
If anybody wants to make an appointment, definitely call the number.
Call
You can
the
give it
number.
to them again.
718-287-1400. But we also have the option to book online.
Yes.
So once you follow us on Instagram, click on the link in the bio to book your appointment. If you have any questions, please either DM me, email me, or call me. The link can go to our website, which is www.shiningstarkidsalon.com.
All the info will be below. Everything. If you didn't catch it while Keisha was talking, just notice, look below in the bio section, and you'll see it there. Description section, I'm sorry. I may have the wording correctly, but the section below. The section below. It will be there.
Well, listen, thank you for this wonderful opportunity. It was really
Thank
great
you.
for going through this journey with me for over the past year.
Yes. Well, again, everybody, my name is Andrea of Makadrez.com. I just sat with Keisha Hickson
Of Shining Star Kids Salon.
Thank you, because I never get the salon. You know what? I get it right. I say Shining Star Kids Salon.
That's the name. You usually drop the kids for some reason.
I don't know. You know, you think about salon, Shining Star Salon.
She
But
is.
Shining Star Kids Salon, as Keisha just said, definitely check them out on Instagram, check out the website, and parents, please make your appointments, because coming to this salon is an experience that you will love and your kids will definitely love. Again, my name is Andrea of Makadrez.com. I just sat again with Keisha Hickson, and I will see you every Tuesday with a new episode, and bye.
Bye now.